No way they do this. That's literally the only reaction that makes sense when you hear about this new wild trade rumor floating around. Did someone really suggested that the Grizzlies trade Ja Morant for Trae Young? No disrespect to Trae Young. I mean, he's a bucket, he's a playmaker, and he does a lot in Atlanta, but this idea, it just doesn't make sense from a Memphis standpoint. So let's break this all down here at Grizzlies Digest. Where did this all come from? Why it's being talked about? And most importantly, why it's not happening? So this all started with a piece from Bleachers Report Zach Buckley, where he stated, if Memphis' late season swoon leads to an early exit, maybe the same front office that fired his coach in the heat of a playoff race would consider swapping star guards with another stalled franchise. Then it got picked up by a Hawks blog called Soaring Down South. This trade idea is framed as an off-season shakeup, a way for both franchises to hit reset on their point guards. This thinking goes, Atlanta hasn't had much playoff success since 2021, and Memphis might be getting tired of Ja's off-the-court distractions. And sure, if you take everything at surface level, you could say, hey, it's just two teams swapping out their star guards. But when you actually look and zoom out and look at the full picture, this trade just falls apart, because why would the Grizzlies entertain this? First of all, Ja Morant is the identity of Memphis. The way this team is built, the way they play, the energy, the speed, the swagger, it all starts with Ja. He's not just an all-star, he's one of the most explosive and unique players in the league right now. And off the court issues aside, when he's available, he's producing at an elite level. The franchise has made it very clear that they're building around Ja, not away from him. And if you need more proof, just back in February, the GM, before the deadline, Zach Kleiman, literally shut the door on all of this. He said, we are not trading Ja. That's just not happening. So let's stop right there. If the front office already made that statement in the season, there's zero reason to believe that they will suddenly change their stance heading into the summer. Even from a basketball standpoint, it just doesn't fit. Trae Young is a completely different type of point guard. He's ball dominant, lives off the pick and roll, shoots it from 30 feet, but it isn't exactly a two-way guy. That's not a knock on him. He's just a different style. The Grizzlies have literally built this team around Ja. I mean, from the defense, the fast-paced transition, buckets, and Ja's ability to collapse defenses. Plugging Trae Young into that is not a smooth switch. It's a total identity shift. And for what? To take another max contract, another small guard who hasn't proven he can lead a team deep into a playoff run without major help. Honestly, this just feels like another example of national folks throwing wild ideas around, especially when it comes to Memphis. There's always been this kind of outside noise when it comes to Ja. Every time something happens, it becomes, should the Grizzlies move on? But if you actually follow this team, you know that's not where things are. The vibes are centered around Ja being that guy. Now, sure, we can play the what-if game. If the Grizzlies were actually looking into trading Ja, would they even consider Trae Young as the return? Maybe, but even then, you have to believe there's a longer list of packages they'll explore. You don't just jump at the first flashy name that pops up, especially when that name doesn't fill any real holes you currently have. And let's take a look at Twitter. And speaking of the narratives, just a few days ago, you had Lou Williams and Chandler Parsons were on the podcast talking about Ja yet again. Lou said Ja Morant needs a change of scenery. He doesn't fit in Memphis. Parsons added, the Grizzlies should take a serious look this summer to get off this dude. Come on, Lou. Literally said, I come from Memphis. I know what it's like to have the pressure of the city on your back. But instead of offering support or understanding, it's more of the same. Maybe they should just trade him. And Ja didn't even need to say a word. He literally just simply retweeted Devin Walker's post about their comments with a meme of Martin Lawrence saying,
your dumb ass down.
And yeah, so to bring all of this full circle, no way they do this. There's just no evidence, no logic, and no alignment with what Memphis has said or done this season to make a deal like this remotely realistic. If you stay tuned throughout this whole video, you are a true Grizzlies fan, and I'm your host, Maia McCoy, here at Grizzlies Digest, and I need you to hit that like and subscribe button for me. Until then, see you next time.